Hi, friends. It's Mrs. Villa back again with this week's shared story. I hope everyone had a great weekend. This week's shared story is Bad Dog Dodger by Barbara Abercrombie and illustrated by Laura Oversat. And the genre is realistic fiction. So the key word in what the genre is realistic. So remember, realistic means that something could really happen, but it didn't. So this genre is realistic fiction. And think about the author's purpose. When the genre is realistic fiction, oftentimes then the author's purpose, what do you think it would be? To persuade someone and try to get them to think what you want them to think, to inform someone and give them facts, or to entertain them and make them like laugh or cry or feel certain emotions. Yeah, it would be to entertain. So this week, the author's purpose is to entertain, and the genre is realistic fiction. All right, how many of you guys have a dog out there? Raise your hand if you've got a dog. Me, I've got two. I've got two dogs. Yeah. All right, and let's listen to this question that we can think about as we're reading. Do the things that Dodger does make him a bad dog? So let's think about that. And if you have your Reading Street book at home, guys, you can get it and open to page 212 if you want to follow along. And if you don't have it, that's okay too. Don't worry, okay? Okay. Sam wanted a dog. If you're a good boy, said his father. When you can take care of it, said his mother. Sam cleaned up his room. He ate carrots and broccoli. He stopped making monster noises at night to scare his sister Molly. He hung up his cap after baseball practice. On the morning of his 9th birthday, Sam found a large box waiting for him. He was black and soft and had big feet. Sam named him Dodger. The whole family loved Dodger. Dodger licked their faces and curled up on their laps. He nibbled their shoelaces. Aw, look at his eye, how cute it is, how he's got that white patch on his eye. My dog Babes has white paws. She's all black, and then on her, each paw is completely covered in white, kind of like Dodger's eye. One day, Dodger knocked the trash all over the kitchen floor. Bad dog, Dodger, said Sam. Dodger wagged his tail and wanted to play, but Sam was already late for baseball practice. Guys, look what happened when Dodger knocked over the garbage can. He's got a fruit snack wrapper on his ear. You can see all the ripped up paper everywhere. There's a can of peas and tomato sauce. Ugh. And Sam had to go. He was already late for baseball practice, and Dodger made that mess. Think about how Sam's parents might react to Dodger knocking the garbage can down. When Molly was taking a bath one night, Dodger jumped into the tub with her. She started to scream. Dodger jumped out and raced through the house, dripping water. Sam and his father chased him with towels. Bad dog, Dodger, yelled Sam. He's not bad, said his father. He just wants to play. One morning, Sam found Dodger chewing his baseball cap. There was a big hole in it. Sam was so mad he almost cried. They were eating dinner when Dodger pulled down the living room curtains. He wore them into the kitchen. He looked like a bride. And look at how happy Dodger looks. Do you think he knows that he's doing anything wrong? Think about that. I've had it, said Sam's mother. This dog has to live outside. The next day, Dodger jumped over the fence and followed Sam to school and into his classroom. He knocked over the hamster cage. He ate the cover of a spelling book. Sam's mother had to leave work to take Dodger home. Saturday was Sam's first Little League game. Do you know Little League is for what sport, guys? For baseball, right? When you say Little League, then that lets us know that Sam is a baseball player. He was up at bat when Dodger came flying onto the field. The umpire yelled, "Time out!" The other team booed. The coach yelled, "Get that dog!" Dodger grabbed the bat and ran around the field with it. The umpire and the coach ran after him. Sam had to leave the game to take Dodger home. "We can't go on like this," said Sam's mother. Maybe Dodger would be better off with somebody who had more time. Sam knew his mother was right. Dodger needed more attention. Sam went out and sat in the doghouse with Dodger. "I love you, Dodger." Dodger's tail thumped up and down. "But you need to practice being a good dog." Suddenly, Sam had an idea. That night, he set his alarm to go off a half an hour early. The family was still asleep when Sam got up the next morning. In the kitchen, he filled his pockets with dog treats. "Wake up, Dodger!" Sam pitched a ball to Dodger. Dodger caught it. "Good dog, Dodger!" Sam waved a treat in the air. Come! So what's Sam doing with the treats to try to help Dodger's behavior change? What do you think he's doing? Yeah, he's using the treats as a way to reward Dodger when Dodger does good things. Because Sam, his mother said, he needs more attention, and Sam agreed with him. He's not a bad dog. Nobody ever just taught him the expectations with how to behave at home. It's like when we start school, guys. You know how we go over the rules and you guys come up with things that we can not do and things that we can do. Dodger doesn't know that. And humans and animals all have rules, right? We all have things that we need to learn, and Dodger never learned any of them, so Sam's trying to teach him now. Dodger pranced around the yard with the ball in his mouth. "This is training, not a game," yelled Sam. Finally, Dodger set the ball down at Sam's feet. Sam gave him a treat and said, "Good dog, Dodger." "Dodger's in spring training," Sam told his parents at breakfast. Sam pitched balls to Dodger every morning. He'd shout, waving a treat when Dodger caught the ball. "Sit!" And Sam would push Dodger's bottom down to show him what it meant to say stay. After 1 month of training, Sam decided Dodger was ready to come to a baseball game. All right, guys, I want you to make a prediction. Knowing what we know about Dodger, how do you think he will behave at Sam's baseball game now after the training? Think about that. Dodger sat in the bleachers next to Sam's parents. In the 9th inning, Sam was up at bat with 2 strikes and the bases loaded. The score was tied. The pitcher wound up to pitch. Everybody held their breath. Sam gripped the bat and hit a fly ball over the bleachers. "Foul!" yelled the umpire. Suddenly, a flash of black fur leaped into the air to catch the ball. "Oh no," thought Sam as the umpire called, "Time out!" And the game stopped. "That crazy dog again!" cried the coach. The other team was laughing. Sam's mother was shaking her head. Dodger trotted towards Sam with the ball in his mouth. He dropped it at Sam's feet. "Good dog," said Sam. He walked Dodger to the dugout. "Sit." Dodger sat. All the spectators grew very quiet. Do you guys know what spectators mean? Spectators are the people who are watching an event or a sport. So the people at Sam's baseball game right now are referred to as spectators, okay? And you've all been spectators at some point. Sometimes, let's see, so we went to Disney on Ice, right? And there was a performance, and we were the spectators. We were watching the ice skaters, right? All the spectators grew very quiet. The other team stopped laughing. "Stay," said Sam. Dodger stayed. Sam hit the next pitch right over the fence for a home run. He ran to first, second, third base. As he reached home plate, he called, "Come, Dodger!" And everybody clapped, even the coach. After the game, the team had their picture taken. Dodger was in the front row and got to wear Sam's baseball cap. Let's see if you guys can see how cute that is. Right there. So cute. Okay, so that was Bad Dog Dodger. And one of the things I want you to think about with this story is how his behavior changed from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. So think about, how was Dodger in the beginning of this story? And then how was he different at the end? And in order to do that, we have to sometimes go through the story again and think about the actions that happened, maybe the problem and the solution. The problem was what, guys? That Dodger was not what? Yeah, he wasn't listening. He was not being a good listener. And then we know that Sam ended up giving him some training to help him be a better listener. And so at the end, Dodger was able to do what was expected of him with his behavior, right? So, all right, my loves, I hope you enjoyed this week's shared story. I will be introducing another one this week, one of my favorites, called Substitute Creature by Chris Gall. So please be on the lookout for this one later this week, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye, guys.